everyone. Welcome on this wonderful Monday morning to 10 things you didn't know you could do with BombBomb, our customer webinar for the month of October. We are going to give everyone a chance to get logged in. We had over 3,500 people register for this webinar, so I am super excited. While we are letting everyone roll in, I see those numbers ticking up really high. I want to bring your awareness to two housekeeping items, okay? The first one is the chat window. At the bottom of your screen, you should have a chat icon, which will give you the ability to interact throughout the webinar. Moderating chat today, I have Alexa, Mandy, and Josie all in the chat. They're going to be answering some questions. So if you want, you can pop open the chat, say hello to us, let us know where you are joining us from. The other important item that I want to make you aware of is the Q&A box, okay? Especially on these customer webinars when we have thousands of people joining us, questions get lost in that chat window very quickly. If you can see how quickly it is scrolling through there. So, questions that you want to have answered either by our lovely team there in chat, or if you want me to answer them, those need to go in the Q&A box, okay? So that Q&A box down at the bottom, you want to make sure that your questions go there. That way we make sure that we get you the answers that you need. They will go ahead and answer some of the questions as we go through the content today, and then they may leave some at the end for me to answer things that are really applicable for the group. So again, just want to give everyone a chance to log in here. We're going to jump in just a second. We're going to go over the 10 things you didn't know you could do for BombBomb. Man, I see people from all over. I see some Vancouver Island, some Charlotte, North Carolina, some Alabama. Really, really grateful that you guys all joined us today. We're going to jump in here and get started with the 10 things you didn't know you could do with BombBomb. Like I said, I've got helpers there in chat that are answering some questions, and we will send out a follow-up email with the recording. If you miss it, we can throw in some support links there if there's a feature that we go over today that you guys really had a lot of questions about as well, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. Before I do, though, I want to launch a quick poll in honor of it being fall. A lot of times I'll ask questions about where you guys are at in your video journey, but I wanted to ask a question about fall today. So the question for you to take part in for our poll is, what is your favorite thing about fall? Is it pretty leaves, sweaters, Halloween, Thanksgiving? Is it pumpkin spice lattes? For those of you in the South, do you love fall because it's finally cool enough to go outside? Or maybe if you're like me and you don't want winter to come, do you say pass to fall, I'd rather have summer? Love it. It looks like most of you are pretty excited about fall. We're at about 60% voted there. Oh, no bugs. I'm guessing that that is someone in the South who is also excited about not having bugs for fall. All right, we're at 65% answered. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Thank you, guys. It's nice to kind of start off with something fun this morning. Ooh, I see in the chat there, fall is all about football. So it looks like 53% of you love fall, pretty leaves, sweaters, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all of it. Only about 4% of you are at pumpkin spice lattes. I'm with you. I think they're disgusting. No offense. It looks like 24% of you are probably in the South, and you are glad that it's finally cool enough to go outside. And I've got 19% with me on the we just want more summer. Eric, in order to get the replay, you've already done what you need to do. You registered, so you are good to go. We will send it out to everyone that registered. Okay, we're going to jump right in. The very first thing that you didn't know that you might be able to do with BombBomb is the Chrome extension. Now, our Chrome extension is what powers our Gmail. So if you're using our Gmail add-on, and we'll talk about that, you've already installed the Chrome extension. How do you get the Chrome extension? Well, all you have to do is be inside a Google Chrome browser, go to the Chrome store, And then you can search for BombBomb and add it on. Now, there's a few other things that the Chrome extension is going to do for you, okay? Now, when you record from the Chrome extension, this is going to give you the exact same functionality as you would get from using our quick sender, meaning it's going to have your default template on it. So if you have a custom branded template, you can send from anywhere inside a Chrome browser. All you have to do is pop on that little bomb icon up in the top right-hand corner of your browser. It's going to pop open that video recorder and you can record a video from there. And it will have your custom branded template on it. Whatever template is set up as your default, you can send directly from that Chrome extension. You don't have to be in the BombBomb app. You don't have to be inside of Gmail. You can send right there and it will have your branding. Now, there's a few other things that this Chrome extension is awesome for, and this is some of the best pieces of that Chrome extension. Number one, that Chrome extension will give you access to your entire video library. If you see there, you have the option to record, or right underneath there it says all videos. But once you have recorded a video, or if you've selected one of your pre-recorded videos, you have the option to copy the HTML of that video, and it will allow you to paste it pretty much anywhere that accepts the HTML. What does that mean? Well, you could be inside of your Apple Mail, or inside of LinkedIn, or inside of a non-integrated CMR. You could record that video, you could copy the HTML, and you could paste that right into the message portion. So you could paste that into the message portion of LinkedIn. You could paste that into the message portion of your CRM if it supports HTML. It's going to copy the video thumbnail, so you'll have the 3-second GIF, and it'll work just the same as if you were sending it from any of those normal places. The other piece that you can do there when you record a video or access them in the video library is that it'll also give you the option to sorry, I just saw something there in the chat that I wanted to make sure everyone could see my screen okay there with the Chrome extension. I got distracted by that. You can also copy the video URL. So for example, if you wanted to take that link and you wanted to put that link into somewhere else, you could do it right from that Chrome extension as well. So once you record a video, or if you access your video library, when you select the video, it's going to give you the option to copy the HTML. You can paste that anywhere, or you can copy that URL and use that link anywhere, okay? So that's the first place that thing you might not know you can do with BombBomb, is using that Chrome extension to add video into other places like your Apple Mail, into LinkedIn messaging. One of the other things you can do with this is for setting up vacation autoresponders. For example, I use the Gmail integration. We'll get to that in just a moment. But when I'm setting up a vacation autoresponder, it doesn't give me the option inside of the Gmail options to select one of my videos for my video library. But I could grab a video right from that Chrome extension, paste it into my vacation autoresponder, and that way when I'm out of town, someone sends me an email, my vacation autoresponder will automatically even have that video in there that I recorded to let people know that I'm out of town, okay? All right, now the number 2 thing that you didn't know that you might be able to do with BombBomb is our inbox add-on for Outlook. Now, I already saw a question in there. Can you do that with Outlook? We do have a Outlook add-in already. Now, Josephine just put there in their chat there, it works with Outlook and Outlook 365. Once you add in the BombBomb Outlook, you're going to have the functionality to be able to record videos right inside of a message, inside of Outlook, as well as access your video library. You can see that here. When you open up a message, this looks like just like any message that you would inside of Outlook, but with the BombBomb add-in there, you have the ability to press that record button, record a video live. You can grab any video from your video library, and then that third option you see there would be to toggle tracking off, because with the Outlook add-on, we do tracking directly inside of Outlook. We track email opens, and video plays, just like we do inside of Gmail. Now, you do have the option to toggle the tracking off. The default option is that it is on, but if for some reason you didn't want us to track a particular email, then you could just toggle that off in that messaging option there as soon as you open up the message. Now, I do want to address that question real quick about the tracking. The way our tracking works is we just drop a tracking pixel into the email so that whenever that email loads up and it opens up, it hits the tracking pixel and then we can track it that way. So we can't actually read your email. When you are setting up some of the permissions, you will have that standard permission where it will say, are you sure you want to let BombBomb do this? It can read and track your email. We are not reading your email. We're just dropping that tracking pixel right inside of there. So Inbox for Outlook, you can record, you can access your video library, and we do tracking on every single thing you send, not just the emails that have video in it. That tracking is a really, really big value add, especially when you are trying to follow up with people in a timely manner. So often we send emails to people when we're ready to talk to them. They may not be ready to talk to us, but when they open up that email and you get notified, it's a really, really good indication that they are paying attention to you, that they are ready to have that conversation. All right, now the other inbox add-on would be our Gmail. I don't use Outlook, so I'm a little bit partial to Gmail here, but I love this Gmail add-on. Our BombBomb email addresses are Google apps, and so I use this every single day. So inside of Gmail, you get this fancy little power wheel. We call this the BombBomb power wheel, and this appears inside of both your compose and your reply window. Now, when you open it up, it looks like the BombBomb icon. When you hover over it, it opens up and you've got the power wheel with all of this functionality. So obviously, that first big red record button, we call that the clown nose, that always lets you know that you can record a video there. But in addition to being able to record right from inside of Gmail, if we move directly up above to that play button, that's where you can access your entire video library. You can have your videos categorized by title so that they're easier to find. Those videos you use over and over again, accessible right inside of Gmail. If we're moving around the recorder here, right to the right clockwise of that play button is snippets. We'll get into these in just a minute. In fact, on our next thing you didn't know you could do with BombBomb, but these are basically canned responses or pre-templated emails that you can set up and use over and over and over again. We also do tracking inside of Gmail, real-time tracking, just like in Outlook, so you know when people are opening up your emails and playing your videos in real time. Same thing, we track every single email you send, whether it has a video in it or not. We also do link tracking as well so that you know in real time when people are opening up your emails, clicking on the information you sent them, and playing the videos, okay? Moving around clockwise, you have this bell icon there. This is actually for setting up reminders. If you want to make sure that someone opens up your email in a timely manner, and if they don't open up your email in a timely manner, you want us to notify you, you can turn on a reminder. This is great if you are wanting to make sure that you hit a deadline. If someone has not opened up the email by the specified time that you designated, we will send you an alert to let them know that you have not, that they haven't opened up the email, okay? Moving clockwise again, underneath that, directly underneath the red clown nose there is a clock icon. This is to schedule, and we'll get into that as well. But we let you schedule from inside of Gmail so that you can record an email, record a video when it makes sense for you, and then send it out at a later date, okay? Moving through clockwise again, up to the left of that schedule button, this is to toggle off the reply with video. That is a default setting that automatically should appear, but if you didn't want someone to be able to reply to your email with a video, then you could certainly toggle that off. And then again, moving clockwise up there, that tracking icon, same thing. You can turn off tracking. Default setting is that we will track every single email that you send. If you don't want us to drop that tracking pixel in there, all you do is click on that tracking icon in the Power Wheel and we won't track it for you, okay? So some of those functions that I mentioned in the Gmail Power Wheel, like snippets and scheduling, we're going to get into a little bit more. But those are all of the things that are available to you directly from inside of Gmail. That is one of my absolute favorite tools. Okay, the third thing that you may not have known that you can do with BombBomb is snippets. And I saw a question there in chat, the what do you use snippets for? And I will give you some examples of some of the things that I do use snippets for and I see our customers using snippets for. First off though, again, the snippet is basically just a pre-templated email, okay? You can type out anything in an email, and when you highlight over that section of copy, the Gmail integration, the BombBomb Gmail integration is going to give you an option to save it as a snippet, and then you can title it. Now, you can do this with or without video. You can have a snippet built out that is just text. You can have a snippet built out that is video and text. You can have a snippet built out that is video, text, and important links all in the same snippet so that with one click, you can pop that into an email, okay? This gives you the ability to save yourself a massive amount of time, as well as sometimes scale your one-to-one sending. Yes, it is great to be able to send en masse, but there are times when you want to be able to send one-to-one, but you're basically just using the same messaging. For example, sometimes after I've been at an event, I will tell people, if you give me your business card, I will send you a personal video. And I mean that. When I say that I'll send you a personal video, I will. So I will build out a snippet for all the rest of the text. Hey, it was great to meet you at whatever the event was, any follow-up information that I promised, and I will build that out as a snippet. So as I'm going through Gmail, I can simply pop in their email address, pop the snippet in so it has all the complimentary text, and then I record the quick personal video just by pressing that record button. Some other things that are really, really great for using snippets for. You can share snippets across teams. So if you have a team account, and you want to make sure that you have consistent messaging across your entire team for certain things like scheduling appointments or follow-up emails, you can build out a snippet for your team, and that will be accessible in their snippet library. Some other things that are really, really great for using snippets for, frequently asked questions. Think about some of those emails that you record over and over, that you type out over and over and over again. Wouldn't it save you a massive amount of time if you could just type it out as a snippet, save it, and then the next time you got that question, you could just pop it into the email? So Sean just asked in chat there, the snippets, the text is the same, but the video can be on the spot and done quickly, correct? Yes, but you can also save a snippet with a video in it so that you're using that same video over and over again. So the snippets can be just text, and then you could personalize a video over and over again, or a snippet can be text and video that you're using that same thing over and over and over again, okay? Appointment confirmations. That is a great way to use your snippets, because you can have a pre-recorded video saying, hey, I'm so excited to meet you tomorrow. Time and date information is below this video in the body of the email. You can have the rest of the email all typed out so that when you want to confirm that appointment, you grab that snippet with one click, you change the date and time information, and you hit send. Sharon said, are snippets only available in Gmail? They're only available in Gmail and in one other place, and I will get to that as we move through. They are available in your iOS apps, and I'll get to that as we move through. I do want to remind you guys, try and keep your questions in the Q&A box. I just happened to see some of them there. that I can address as we go, but our team is going to be in that Q&A box answering a lot of those questions as quickly as they can. So, and I can come back to snippets at the end. If there's things that you guys really want to see me demo from inside my account, I absolutely can go into Gmail and show you how to do snippets. But all of this information is available on our support site as well. You can search topically at support.bombbomb.com. Ladies, if one of you want to throw our support site in the chat window there so that they can copy that, support.bombbomb.com, and you can search topically. So if you want to see how you can actually build a snippet, you can just go to our support site, type in snippets, and then it will pull up a support article, possibly a video as well, on how to do those snippets, okay? I'm going to keep on going here because I really want to get through all 10 of these. The fourth thing that you may not have known that you could do through BombBomb is scheduling. Now, I touched on this just a little bit inside of Gmail, but you can schedule from our Gmail. You can schedule from the web platform, as well as you can schedule from our classic mobile app. So inside of our web platform, if you've ever gone to send an email, you probably have recognized this screen before, where you pop up and you either put in the email address or you choose the list you want it to send to. But amazingly, you may never have noticed this when option before, and that is the ability to schedule it. Normally that immediately button is toggled, that's the default setting, but if you click to schedule, it's going to click up a calendar just like you see here, as well as you can select the time that you would like that to hit the inbox. It's the exact same thing inside of Gmail. When you hit on that clock icon inside the BombBomb Power Wheel, it's going to pull up a calendar, okay? You can pick the date you want. You pick the time you want it to hit their inbox, and then when you save it, it's going to turn your send button into a scheduled button. Now, some ideas for times that you might want to schedule. I love the scheduling functionality for scheduling out things like happy birthdays. We teach all the time that sending personal happy birthday message is such a powerful way to keep your customers connected to you, to make sure they know that they matter to you, and to really have a high impact on an important day like a birthday. But I know, practically speaking, recording happy birthday videos every day probably does not fit into your workflow. But you can time block. For example, set aside time at the beginning of the month and record out your customer happy birthday videos, and then you could simply just schedule them out to hit that person's inbox on the date that you specified, or the time of day as well. Same thing with appointment confirmations. That's a great way to schedule that out. If I just scheduled an appointment with you right now and I want to make sure that I confirm that appointment, I could record the video right now on my phone, schedule it out to hit your inbox the day before our appointment or even the morning of our appointment, and I can record it when it makes sense to me, schedule it to go out later. So that scheduling functionality, really, really helpful when you think about the fact of time blocking things for your happy birthdays or doing appointment confirmations and things like that. So scheduling inside the web platform, inside of Gmail, as well as you can schedule from the mobile app. All right, moving on to the fifth thing you may not have known you could do with BombBomb, and this is our mobile app, okay? Now, I want you to think of our mobile app a little bit more like a marketing tool, okay? The BombBomb mobile app is going to let you send to an entire list of people at one time if you already have that list set up inside of your BombBomb account. So, for example, if I had a list set up inside my BombBomb account for all of my A-list past clients, I could record a video simply saying, you know, happy Monday morning. I hope you're well. I'm here to provide service to you if there's anything you need today. And right from that mobile app, I could send it to that entire list of my A-list clients right from the mobile app, okay? Now, the mobile app is also going to give you access to our branded templates. So when you are sending from your mobile app, it's automatically going to send from whatever your default template is set up as, okay? Now, you also can select other templates from your mobile app. For example, if you wanted to select a thank you template or a happy birthday template, if you wanted to do your happy birthday videos from your phone, you could set it up in that happy birthday template and schedule it to go out. The mobile app is also going to give you access to your entire video library. Any video that you've recorded, you have access to from the mobile app. They're not taking up room on your phone. They're not taking up space. They're in your BombBomb account on the cloud, okay? Now, the mobile app will also let you text. This is a question I get all the time. People want to know, can you text with BombBomb? Right from that mobile app. After you record a video or after you select a video, it's going to give you the option to send it by email, and then you can put in either a person's email address or the entire list. It's going to give you the option to save it to your library. It'll also let you title it at that time so that you can come back and find it more easily. It will let you text it. So now this texting functionality is designed for one-to-one. This is not designed for mass texting. So if you select that text option, what it's going to do is it's going to grab that video and it's going to pop it into your native texting function, and then you can select who it's going to there, okay? The other thing that the mobile app will let you do is it will let you post directly to social media. So you can post it to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn all right from that mobile app. I'm going to address the Instagram question before I even get it because we always get that question. Instagram works differently than Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn in the way that Instagram requires things to be uploaded natively. If you've ever noticed, you can share a video from Instagram to Facebook or a picture from Instagram to Facebook, but you can't share the other way. You can't go Facebook to Instagram. Instagram requires you to upload it natively. So in that way, you cannot share from the mobile app to Instagram. You would still have to upload it natively to Instagram, okay? Now, there's two more things about our mobile app that I want you to know, because these are some really, really cool functions that most likely the camera on your phone doesn't even let you do, okay? The first one is that when you are recording from the BombBomb mobile app, you can pause and then restart the recording, and it won't separate it into two separate video files. Now, one of the best use cases I can explain for this is that classic use case of a real estate agent trying to do a walkthrough of a house for a client. Maybe you have an out-of-town client and you want to go ahead and do a quick walkthrough for them before you schedule time to see the house. You can start the video, show the downstairs, then rather than doing the awkward, okay, I'm walking up the stairs now, you can simply pause the recording, go to another place in the house, pick up the recording, and when you are done, it's going to piece them together into one file. It's not going to separate them out. They'll flow seamlessly together. The other thing that's important to know is that if you exit the app while you're recording, that recording will be gone. So you do need to make sure that you stay in the app while you're pausing that video and then picking it up again, okay? The other thing that this will let you do is it lets you flip the camera while recording. Now, Instagram, when I'm recording videos in Instagram, it'll let me flip the camera. But my camera app on my iPhone X here will not let me flip while I'm recording. The BombBomb mobile app will let you flip the camera while you're recording, so you can start it on yourself, flip it around, show something else, bring it back to yourself if you want, and you could do that all right inside of the mobile app, okay? Just so you can see here some of those options that you do have as far as templates there. That's all right from the mobile app. You can select those different templates. Even if you have different templates that our team has built for you, your branded ones, and you've got different versions of it. Maybe you're an agent and you do selling as well as you do recruiting and you have different templates. You can access those all right from inside the mobile app, okay? Now, there's one more thing that's accessible from mobile that I want to show you, and that is If you are an Apple user, if you have an Apple phone, you're on iOS, you can access both your video library and snippets from your Apple apps. Now, I did a quick little screen record this morning. I used a text shot from between my daughter and I. I figured that was pretty safe here. So this is just a screen recording that I did of my phone, so you can see how you can access both the videos as well as snippets right from inside your iOS text there. So as you can see, I scroll through my apps there. I've got my BombBomb app. It loads up my video library. If I toggle over to snippets there, I can scroll through my snippets and I can select an option that has both text and video. For example, if you wanted to send someone a video as well as a link to schedule time on your calendar, you could have that link built in there. And when you send that, it's going to send both the video as well as any text that you have there from the snippet right inside of that text functionality. So if you are an iOS user, that's another little fun nugget for you that you can do there directly from inside of iOS, okay? All right, the sixth thing you may not have known that you could do with BombBomb is the BombBomb screen recorder. This is one of the tools that there are endless uses for, and I absolutely love seeing all of the creative things that our clients do with it. Now, there are lots of screen recorder platforms out there available. Now, there's some very unique things that BombBomb screen recorder lets you do that other screens won't. For example, most screen recorders just record the screen. There's no audio to it. So you can't actually talk through what's happening while you're showing the screen. The other thing that the BombBomb screen recorder does for you is it gives you the option to have your video in the corner so that you can talk through and provide human context to whatever information they're seeing on the screen. So some things that I've seen customers do really, really effectively with the screen recorder. Number one, you could do a neighborhood view. You could show a client, maybe you wanted to show them an aerial view using Google Earth of where parks were or where the school was in relation to a property if you are a real estate agent. Or same thing, you could do an unsolicited CMA or a walkthrough of a CMA digitally because you can provide the human context to that information. If you are going over documents, you could use our screen recorder to go over a complicated document, provide context to it. You could also go over a website. For example, if you wanted to navigate through your website for a client to show them how to use different features, you could use the screen recorder for that, or product demos. All really, really great things you could use the screen recorder for. I've also seen sales professionals use the screen recorder on a client's website or on a potential client's website, or even on, if you're doing prospecting, on someone's LinkedIn. Because what that screen recorder is going to do for you is that as soon as they open up that video and they see that video thumbnail, they're going to see either their website or their LinkedIn profile. It's really, really compelling. It's one of those things that's going to draw them in. They're going to want to press play on that video to see what it is that you're doing on their website or their LinkedIn profile. So I'm going to show you a quick example of the screen recorder. I'll show you how you can access the screen recorder as well. This is our friend Jimmy, and he actually is using the screen recorder to use Google Earth as well as MLS information to go over and show a past client how much equity they may have in their house based on what's been happening in the neighborhood. But this type of thing is really hard to do if you don't have someone sitting right next to you. The screen recorder gives them the ability to go through, toggle through different information, bring up anything on your screen, and then provide the human context.
Hey, Carrie, it's Jimmy Burgess. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to give you an update on what's been going on at Adagio. We've had some changes there. So let me just kind of pull this in here and kind of get you to a place where you can really kind of see a little better exactly what we're looking at as far as in Adagio right now. One of the things, I'm pretty sure you know this, but A, B, C, D, E, F, G as far as the building numbers. And so what I want to do is I want to come in here and talk specifically about some of these that have sold recently in the last year to give you an update on your value to get you a better feel for where we are. So what I did is I just kind of broke down, obviously the ones that are off the water are going to be the ones south of.
As you see, he's able to toggle through to another screen or to another tab there, and it's still just going to record every single thing that is on his screen there. Now, again, I want to remind you guys, put your questions into the Q&A box. That way they don't get lost. That's the best place to put them. Again, if they don't get answered, you can ask questions on our support site as well and try and get those questions answered. Now, I did see a question there in chat that said, can you do the screen recorder from the Chrome extension? Here's the best part. Anywhere that you have that BombBomb red clown nose record option, the web app, Chrome extension, Gmail, Outlook, you are going to be able to record your screen. No, you can't record it from a cell phone. I did see that there. So you cannot access the screen recorder from your mobile app, but anywhere else, desktop or laptop, where you have that record option, you can record your screen. So what you do is you press that red clown nose as normal to open up the BombBomb screen recorder. Once you to open up the BombBomb video recorder. Once the video recorder opens up, that icon over to the left there where you see the red record button with the broken square, that is how you access the screen recorder, okay? So again, Gmail, Outlook, Chrome extension, web platform, you can use the screen recorder from all of those places, okay? I'm gonna keep chugging along here. The seventh thing that you may not know that you can do with BombBomb is list segmenting. Now, from the web platform, you have the ability to set up lists. I'm sure if you have been a BombBomb customer for a while, you already have some lists in there. If you're not a BombBomb customer or you're new to BombBomb, you can upload a list by a CSV file directly into your BombBomb account, as well as build lists. Now, the lists are great because you can send to an entire list of people at one time. When we do email tracking, we track by email address. So even if you sent to 500 people on a list at one time, you're still going to know who opened the email and played the video. Now, the best part about this lists, I believe, is actually segmenting them out for retargeting. And I'll show you a video of what this looks like. But you can segment a list send both for email opens or non-opens, as well as video plays or non-video plays. So if I sent out a party invitation to 100 people, I could segment out the 45 people that did not open up that email and either move them onto another list to retarget them, or maybe move them so that I could call them personally if they weren't opening the email, or whatever. Same thing with video plays. You can segment out by video plays or non-video plays for your retargeting. So I am going to play this video again. This is just a screen share video from inside my account, so the quality isn't super ideal, but you'll get an idea of what I'm doing here, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through what's happening. So this is a tracking feed from my lists. If I hover over on that wheel icon, it's going to give me the option to segment. When I click segment, here it should pop up the option there. I'm not seeing it do it. I might need to run this video again. Give me just a second here. All right, so again, you see I click on the gear icon, it opens up the option for segment. There we go. I can segment for opens or non-opens, and then you simply can create a new list to add them directly to, or you could add them onto a list that you already had, okay? So List segmenting can be really, really beneficial for keeping track of relationship score. If you are noticing that there are certain people that are always not opening your emails, you may want to pull them onto a different list and retarget them differently. Follow up with a phone call and say, hey, I've noticed that you haven't been interacting with the things I've been sending. Is there something else that would meet your needs? Or how can I make sure that I'm providing things that are relevant to you? So that segmenting is really, really powerful for actually targeting the people that are engaging with you or retargeting the people that aren't. One of the things that I just want to say, though, and encourage you, that when you are sending out to lists, when you are sending out en masse, number one, have a reasonable expectation about email opens and video plays. The second thing that I want to encourage you with, though, is focus on the people that are engaging with you, right? If you sent an email to 100 people and only 35 people opened it, I know that that can be frustrating and discouraging, but those 35 people that opened it are the people that are really interested and are engaging. So focus your attention on really following up with those people that are opening your emails instead of allowing yourself to toil over the other people that aren't opening up your marketing emails on a regular basis. Okay, so lists. Use that segmenting functionality to retarget the people that are engaging, to retarget the people that aren't engaging, or even just to clean up your list and make sure that you are focusing on the people that are going to keep opening up those emails and providing an interaction with you. All right, the 8th thing that you may not know you could do with BombBomb is our forms for lead capture, okay? Now, there are a lot of things that you can do with our forms. I love to use it as a digital business card. I have a BombBomb form saved on my phone so that if I don't have business cards, I can simply open up that form, hand it to someone, they fill out their information, and it pulls it into a BombBomb list for me. You can also use these forms for a sign-in. Maybe if you're hosting a class or if you're doing an open house, you can have a form set up on an iPad, on a laptop, on your phone, and have people fill in and gather that information. You can also use these forms as a value offer because these forms will trigger an automatic email if you want it. So there have been times where I'm doing a session and I've said to people, this session only gave you 5 of my top times that video beats text. If you want the full, go to this URL. It's a BombBomb form, and then it'll automatically send them the 10 times video beats text. So there's lots of functionality that you can use with these forms, but the best part about these forms is that it will pull them all into a list inside of BombBomb. For example, if you wanted to do a Facebook ad that was linked to a BombBomb form, you would set up that list ahead of time so that every single person that clicked on your Facebook ad and filled out their lead capture information into that form, it would funnel them all right on to that list that you had already designated. So maybe you designated that Facebook October campaign inside of your BombBomb account. Every single time someone fills in their information and clicks submit, it's being added on to that Facebook October campaign list, again, so that you can send to the entire list at one time, okay? This is actually a screen cap here of my digital business card. You can make the fields however you want them. You can insert an image behind them like this one. This is a real estate agent using this for sign up to receive our comprehensive buyer's guide. Because these forms can trigger an automatic send, you would just build your email out ahead of time with whatever information it was that you were promising. And then as soon as they click submit, it's going to go ahead and send them that. Same thing, our friend Michael Thorne, he likes to do these coming soon Facebook ads so that he can capture information from people ahead of time using those BombBomb forms. So again, if you are not sure about forms, you can go to our support site and search forms and get tons of information, video walkthroughs on exactly how to build a form. But those forms are really, really useful Start to think about, maybe if you have landing pages that you're paying someone to build, the BombBomb forms function as a landing page. They exist in their own universe, okay? All right, the ninth thing you may not know what you could do with BombBomb is templates. Now, if you have a custom branded template with BombBomb, you probably already know we have templates available, but other than just your custom branded template, our design team constantly is putting new templates into your BombBomb account. For every holiday you could think of, you can use one of our Jumpstart templates and start building from there. You can build out a custom template using our template builder. There are call to action buttons that you can customize. We do holiday templates for pretty much every holiday you can think of. We have newsletter templates in there that you can start with. You can add links. There is so much that you can do with BombBomb templates to make it easier for you on a regular basis to send out really beautiful, graphically designed emails that were built by our team that are going to make you look like a marketing pro without you having to do barely anything, okay? Nikki said, I love that Halloween template. Send it over. Oh, sorry, Nikolai. Nikolai, if you are a BombBomb customer, that Halloween template is already in your BombBomb account. All you have to do is go to inside of a new email and then click change template and it'll bring up your template library. Again, some of these things, if you guys are not sure about how to access them and you want some help, you can go to our support site. You can reach out to our support team, but I also am going to hang around and see if there's any of these that I need to really walk you through with how to show the templates or how to do scheduling and things like that. Peggy wants to know where the templates are located. I will go over that in just a moment, okay? So BombBomb templates, more than just your own custom branding. You can use those for building out newsletters, for building out party invites or customer appreciation events, newsletters, all of that, all right available inside of that template library. And I will show you guys where to access that template library here in just a few minutes. We are getting close. We're on number 9. The number 10 thing that you may not know you can do with BombBomb is we work where you work. These are our integrations. They are constantly being added. We're constantly integrating with new companies. We want to be where you are. I understand tech fatigue. Okay, I work with you guys on a regular basis. I'm out in the field with you, and I know that it is so easy to get so overwhelmed with all of the tech that's available to you or even that your company provides to you. So we want to be as easy as possible, and that is by being in a lot of the places that you are already at. Now, I cannot go over all of these, but I want to highlight just a couple of them. For example, Dotloop. If you are using Dotloop for your transactions, if you are in the real estate space and you send over your contracts through Dotloop, there is a BombBomb integration. You can include a video, either a video of yourself telling them that here's their contract, or you could even use that screen share and go over the contract with them. And then when you send it over through Dotloop, it'll have that video with them. Boomtown, another real estate one. If you're getting leads from Boomtown, you can set up your video autoresponders directly from inside of Boomtown. Salesforce, we have a Salesforce integration. You may not know this, but if your organization is using a Salesforce as your CRM, we do tracking inside of Salesforce as well as you can record videos on that Salesforce side with that integration. PieSync, that is a integration that helps link multiple tools together, as well as we have another one there. Zapier, I'm trying to find it on there. Yep, Zapier's down there as well. If you have multiple softwares that you are trying to add in together and they don't connect nicely, you can use something like Zapier to go ahead and connect them. HomeBot, our HomeBot integration will let you send a video out with the HomeBot emails that you are sending. So great integration, love HomeBot. So as you can see, there's quite a few different integrations in there. If you have specific questions about a specific integration, my recommendation would be, again, go to our support site, or if you go to BombBomb.com/integrations, it'll pull up that entire integration page. You can click on the icon and it'll give you the specifics on both how to set it up and what is available there. Angela said you need Buffini. I agree with you, Angela. We have so many Referral Maker customers, but guess what? Referral Maker actually set up a video, it's on YouTube, that shows exactly how you can take a BombBomb video and add it into Referral Maker. Furthermore, if you were at the beginning of the webinar and you saw how you could copy the HTML of a video from the Chrome extension, you can log into Referral Maker from Chrome. You can record your video up in the Chrome extension and then copy the HTML and paste it right into Referral Maker. I see you guys in the chat there requesting integrations. I can tell you that one of the best things you could do is you could reach out to the company that you are already working with on the other side, for example, Redtail, and let them know that you want to see a BombBomb integration and go from there. Dan, I see that. KW Command, same thing. BombBomb works flawlessly inside of KW Command. If you use that Chrome extension, log into Command from Chrome, and you can take any video you've already recorded or record one live, copy the HTML, paste it right into a command email that you're either sending one-to-one or a campaign, and that video is going to show up just the exact same way as if you had recorded from in somewhere else, okay? Well, those are the 10 things you may not have known you can do through BombBomb. Oh, I love that so much. Rob said that it was a great webinar and that he wishes that all companies were as passionate about their content. We are passionate about it, Rob. I can tell you that these customer webinars have become one of my absolute favorite things that I get to do because I love getting to provide some value for you guys. So if you have to take off, I understand. Before you leave, tell us in the chat, what is one of the things that you learned today that you didn't know you could do, or what was the thing that you are most excited to start doing? Let us know in the chat. As always, I do want to encourage you guys to go send a video today. I know that it's really, really easy. You get all this information. You're like, oh, great. And then you get on with your day and you forget. So I do want to encourage you that if you learned something new today, record a video, send it to someone, let them know what it is that you learned that you think might be beneficial to them, or send a thank you video. Thank you videos is always one of the best things that you can do. You're going to get a great response from it. You get to benefit from the endorphins that you sent someone a thank you video and made their day. Oh man, I see forms in here that people are really excited about. Templates. Oh, Kareem didn't know that he could send a video via text. Pausing the recording, that's a good one. That is one of my favorites in there. You guys are so awesome. I am going to come up here into my Q&A box. I know that my support team has been working tirelessly to answer some of your questions. I'm going to take a look here and see what kind of open questions I have and answer a few of them. Like I said, if you don't know how to do anything that I showed you today, you can most likely find the exact instructions on the support site. For example, templates. I know a lot of people were excited about templates. If you don't know where to access the templates, if you go onto our support site and search templates or search Composer, it should walk you through exactly how to find them there. I'm going to scroll through some of these questions here. See. Kimmo asked a great question that I do want to go ahead and address here in chat. He said, sometimes when I send an email and it bounces back because I had a wrong email address, the BombBomb tracking still shows that the recipient opened it and or clicked on my message. Why is this? Well, Kimmo, when it bounces back and you open it up, it actually accesses the tracking pixel at that point. Anytime that that email loads up and opens up, it's accessing the tracking pixel, and that is why it's doing that for you. Let's see. Trying to find some other questions here that you guys might all be waiting to get answered. Christy said, if my Gmail inbox doesn't look like this, does it mean I don't have the right add-on installed? That would be correct, Christy. If you do not see that Gmail power wheel or that bomb icon or the tracking in your Gmail, then you don't have the right add-on installed. You want to go to the Chrome web store and select BombBomb and add that to Chrome. Again, if you need help, go to our support site. You can email support@bombbomb.com as well, okay? Christy wants to know, can you add closed captioning in a BombBomb video? You cannot do that from inside the BombBomb app. However, you can use an external app and that will add in the closed captioning to your video and then upload that back into BombBomb. For mobile, if you want to use the Clips app will do that for you as well. And then you can upload that back into your BombBomb account, and it would have the closed captioning that way, okay? Let's see, so many questions, guys. You guys were so engaged today. I absolutely love it. Just trying to search for some that would really be applicable to everyone else that's still hanging out there. Walt wanted to know, can you schedule mass emails to run at a certain time? You absolutely can, Walt, from inside the web platform. When you are going to send out a mass marketing email, that same option is going to pop up that I showed at the beginning, where it'll say, who are you sending to? And you either put in an email address or a list. And then below that, it'll have the immediately or schedule option. Same thing, you'll just go ahead and pick the date and the time you want it to go out. You also have the ability to set up drip campaigns inside of BombBomb. We didn't do that today. I didn't touch on that, but you can set up drip campaigns as well from inside of BombBomb. Richard wanted to know, is there a contact limit for how many contacts you can upload into BombBomb? Our standard BombBomb account gives you the ability to upload 3,500 contacts. That's how many contacts you can have inside of your BombBomb account at any given time. If you do have a list that's larger than that, you can potentially purchase more contacts. However, we are permission-based marketing, which means that there needs to be a reasonable expectation that you can send to those people, and we find most people fall well within the 3,500. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Jeff said that he saw this at Rehumanize, so he had heard most of it, but what really got him today was the tech fatigue, and it reminded him that there are lots of things that are available that he just wasn't implementing. I understand, which is why I always recommend just pick one, right? Pick one thing that you learned today and start with it, because it's too much, right? You cannot do it all at once. And if you're anything like me, when I get overwhelmed, when there's too much to take in, I just kind of ignore all of it rather than doing it bit by bit. So just take one thing at a time. Take one thing you learned today, start incorporating that, and then when you're ready for the next, you'll be ready for it. And again, you will receive a copy of this webinar. We're going to email it out to everyone that registered, as well as it will end up on our webinar site. BombBomb.com/webinar is where we put all of our customer webinars. So let's see, anything else here? We've got 2 minutes and then we're at the top of the hour. So I'm going to see if there's any other questions in here. Michelle, this is going to be the last question. Michelle wanted to know, when you send a video on text, does it allow for a design and branding around it? This is going to be my last question that I answer because we are out of town. That is a great question, Michelle. The answer is no. The branding that you see around your email, you know, the custom branded graphic or the happy birthday or anything around a video, that is HTML coding, okay? HTML coding does not work for text, okay? So you cannot have the branding when you're sending over text. That type of branding is specifically for HTML, and HTML is an email functionality, not for texting. Oh, I see one last question. I'm going to take it here. Florence said, so when I take a video with BombBomb on my cell, I can post to Facebook or other social media? You absolutely can. If you record it from inside the BombBomb app, you can post directly to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So many questions, guys. There are hundreds of questions that we did not even get to. In fact, I see about 196 open questions. So again, email our support team, support@bombbomb.com. If you really cannot get your questions answered on the support site, I would highly recommend going to the support site and searching first though. Support.bombbomb.com. You can search topically. Anything that I covered today, you should be able to search topically, and they have a ton of resources as well as video plays. Oh, Richard has been waiting to see how to find templates. Let me do this for you real quick for any of you that are still hanging on there. I do have my BombBomb account pulled up here for you real quick. For anyone that was hanging out to see how to access templates, I'm going to show you this real quick, and then we're going to log off of this webinar. So if I go to emails, this is always going to be where you can access your templates. Again, your emails is where you access your templates. If I click here on new email, sorry, everything with the screen share makes it go just a little bit slower. So if I click here on new email, it's going to open up our email composer. And if you were wanting to build from scratch, this is exactly where you could start. You could start to add in all sorts of layout functionality, but right over here is where it says change template, okay? So if I click on there, it's going to bring up my templates, as well as down here, you have all of these various options. You've got business, you've got greetings, you've got holidays. If I go here into holiday, you'll see there's Happy New Year, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Earth Day, Easter, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Canada, Labor Day. You've got some different Halloween templates in there. So Halloween templates are live. If you want to send out a happy Halloween message or safe trick-or-treating to your clients, you can come in here and grab one of these templates. I'll show you how easy it is. I click choose. It opens it up in my composer, and then I'm ready to add a video and add any text I want, okay? Thank you for reminding me, Richard. I said I was going to show you guys how to find the templates. That's where you find them. Again, thank you guys so much for your time. I so appreciate you guys showing up on a Monday morning to learn some more. We are here to support you. We believe in you. I know that if you can get face-to-face with more people more often, it's going to help your business grow regardless of what industry you are in. So go record some videos. Let us know how we can help you, and have an amazing rest of your Monday.